Hi, I decided to film a setup of my passport traveler's notebook because I'm going to be adding this to my current system. I also did not properly explain in my journal with me video last week that I wanted to practice my cursive writing a bit more, which is why I'm introducing this book. This does not fall part of my system. It's rather an addition to my routine where I would like to practice writing each day, like setting aside some time in the day just to write. So I did not articulate that well enough in my last video. I'll also be doing a small cursive writing sample at the end of this video with music over that portion, so if you prefer a non-talking segment you can skip ahead. To start off, this is my Travelers Company Travelers Train Black Passport Limited Edition. It was released a few years ago. I just have a few charms on here. That's a balloon dog and my initial. The charm that does come with the set is in the shape of this train, and it is made of brass, but I just felt it was a bit too large for my liking, so I've never used it. That's still new in its box. I love the passport size so much. It's similar to the A6, just a bit smaller, and I feel that size format works for me. I am saving up for another passport in a different color, so that will be a future unboxing that I do. Now, when you open up your leather cover, you have a bookmark as well as this elastic, which is essentially what will hold all your notebooks in place. In here, I will be adding this notebook. If you're wondering why it looks a bit different to what's available online, it's because this is what I made myself. I designed the interior to be a 3mm grid, 3.7mm grid with a margin, because the Travelers Company proprietary notebooks are 5mm grid, and I don't like it when the grid goes all the way to the edge of the page. Even the Hobonichi plain notebooks, the grid also goes to the edge of the page, which I just don't like. So I decided to make my own according to the specifications I prefer. The only drawback is I use plain printer paper for this, so it's not fountain pen friendly, but it was a trade-off that I'm willing to accept. A solution would be to just change the paper. So there's that. In here, since I can't use my fountain pen, I will be using the Pentel Energel, and in here I have a 0.3mm refill. Just to recap, the function of this book is very low effort and a creative space for me. It will just house anything from media journaling to general rambles on thoughts about stationery, or setting up a list of intentions for me for each month, but not being too strict in terms of format within the pages, as well as not holding myself too accountable if I fail to meet the intentions that I set. And I just want something where I can decorate, use the stickers that I make for myself in my shop, or stuff that I've purchased elsewhere, without the fear of bulking the book, as I am very conscious of in my A6. This is a book for the entire year. I am always conscious of the fact of how much I add into the book, whereas these are relatively thin. After about 3 or 4 months you will have to replace the insert, so this will just be more of a creative outlet for me. I also will not overlap any daily recaps or memory keeping in this book. That will still remain housed in my A6, as well as medical tracking for my chronic back pain. This passport will just be extra information that I would like, and it's not necessarily important information or anything that I will look back on in years to come. It's just stuff that I may need for present time. I'm also going to be adding another insert, which will be this that I made and use occasionally. I use this book for my depression when it gets really bad and I just need a place to vent out and get the dark thoughts out of my head, essentially. This isn't something that I ever look back and read the pages, just because if I were to, it would take me back to that place, and it's not something I would want to experience again. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this together just so it's all in one place, even though I don't reach for this book that often. Onto the accessories that I am thinking of including. This is a clear zipper folder, as well as a cotton zipper folder. This one is not from Traveler's Company, so it's not as high quality as their products, but I do enjoy the pen loop that is attached. So I think I will be using these 4 inserts. 4 is a lot. The cover is going to bulk up, so that is something to consider if you don't like a thick cover. I will be holding everything together with this elastic band that I made. Yeah, I just use that to hold everything together. You can get the elastic bands that Traveler's Company sells, but I didn't want to pay for something additional when I already had this. Let's set this up. I think I'm gonna put this in first. Okay, so there is a fair bit of overhang. If that bothers you, then maybe just don't include the zipper, the clear zipper pouch. I am fine with this for now, just because I am testing cash stuffing with this method, simply because I have these folders and I don't want to purchase anymore. Like, I don't want to purchase the cash stuffing binders and things. So if I don't like this in the long term, I will just remove the zipper folders and just keep the actual notebooks in here. But yeah, that's my setup so far. I will do a quick flip through. So this is the cover. I wanted to decorate it to match my old books, but I just kind of want to enjoy this little haunted dude for a little bit longer. When I decorate it though, I will record the process. This spread is my rewatch of season 1 of 90210. I had some thoughts on the characters and I wanted to write down everything just to see if my view on these characters changed as the season progressed, with the intention of creating a spread for season 5. But I never got around to it, purely because the characters that I liked remained the same throughout the show, so it seemed quite redundant to do another spread essentially echoing and repeating the same things. This is a digital journal page that I made. I just printed out for my book. It's my Tamagotchi 100 hatch challenge. This is just the data for the challenge. I am currently at generation 9 out of 100. This is just more research that I did on a custom Tamagotchi shell that I was doing and some notes I made. This is another digital journal spread that I printed out. It's just a time capsule playlist and I just stuck it in tip-ins quite often, so I do that. Here is where I wrote down all my thoughts on deciding which A6 cover to get from the Hobonichi 2025 lineup. I ultimately concluded that I would land on the Paddington cover, but we know, spoiler alert, I ended up getting both. Just more notes. I got this cute little picture of Paddington that I just slotted in here. But yeah, just more notes on 2025 and my plans for next year, as well as budgeting for the September 1st launch for next year. This was when I tested out the idea of doing a list of everything I want to watch and read. So this was September, things I watched, things I read, and everything I knitted, as well as a monthly recap. Here we are for October. Currently I haven't done anything that I wanted to do, and that's because I've not been able to sit at my desk for long periods of time because I'm just struggling with my back pain. I can't sit for more than 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm just uncomfortable all the time, so I'm not in a good enough mood to just sit and watch a movie or read. So I'm a bit behind here, but that's fine. I'm starting to feel better, so hopefully I can start enjoying myself in my free time. I did, however, start reading Midnight Sun, which isn't even on this list. I am thoroughly enjoying the book and the absolute unhinged mind that is Edward Cullen, so that's what I've been up to. This page, I don't know what to do here. I may just end up writing thoughts on whatever I read, but yeah, not sure what to do there. This is just a silly spread. Basically, I sell the sticker that says fictional men are better, and I decided to make a list of all the fictional characters over the years that are basically my fictional boyfriends. There's absolutely no function to this page whatsoever. It is just utter nonsense, and I just quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed using the stickers that I make, and yeah, that's that. That's all I have in this book for now. I will be adding to it more like media and book reviews because I did read a lot. I used to do it in my Hobonichi A6. So I used to do book reviews in here. So yeah, I have since read more books, so I will be filling up the rest of the pages. I just haven't had time to with my back and everything. Okay, onto my darkness journal. I won't be paging through this. It's not exactly something I want to share, but I will show some of the decorated pages. Okay, so on the first page, I just stuck in this quote by Marcus Baker from Ginny in Georgia. I felt he explained depression pretty accurately, and I just wanted to include it here. The first time I heard it, I just felt seen by his monologue. So yeah, I wanted to include it. I did edit it down. This isn't the entire thing. I just kept anything that I felt relevant and removed the rest, as well as the page constraints like limited space. So yeah, that's that quote. Okay, there's another one. This is just a random one from Tumblr. It's not anything else. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the entire setup so far. I will be using the pockets for cash stuffing and receipts, so hopefully that goes as planned. If not, like I said, I'm just going to remove the zipper inserts. I'm now going to be doing, I think I'll do the writing sample just to practice a bit more and show you how I do it. This is essentially, I will zoom in so you can see how I do this. It's just pages from Harry Potter, because if I'm going to be practicing, I'd rather practice with text that I am familiar with instead of just googling a random passage to practice with. Also helps me since there's nothing really going on in my brain at any given time, so I don't need to think about something to write. I can just copy the text while practicing. I've also, if I have any words that I don't like the look of, I will just circle it with a pencil, and then on a blank piece of paper just write out that word as many times as I need until I like the look of it. So yeah, that's what I've done. If you stuck around this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye.